Hey guys, this is the perfect opportunity today to test my new microphone, finally, because it is super windy. So please let me know how the audio quality is. I hope I have the microphones in the right setting. It's the first time I'm using them outside. So I don't know if it's gonna work or not. But yeah, today I tried to do a little kayaking live stream, but unfortunately we weren't able to get into the storage unit and get the kayaks out. So we had to postpone the kayaking live stream till tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to go there. And today we're just in the forest, going on a little hike. Hi Ashley, how are you doing? We're here out in the park. It's like a cave park where they have caves you can visit in spring and summertime. I assume you probably have something close to you like that, because Tennessee has so many caves everywhere. I've never been inside actually, but it's definitely on my list for this year. I'm gonna do a little cave tour, and hopefully I'll be able to film there, but I don't know. Last time we talked to the park manager, they said that they usually don't let people film because there's paintings down there from the indigenous people, and they don't want people to take pictures or film it, which I understand. So I'm doing so good. Yay, that's great. I'm happy to hear that. You probably have the nice weather today too, since we're so close to each other. I'm Chatsy. It's beautiful out here. I'm wearing shorts today, and it feels so warm. It feels like summer. The wind is blowing pretty strong, so I don't know if you can hear that. Is the audio quality good, or is it too windy? Such a great day for hike. Yes, I agree. Totally. That's why I had to come out for a little bit. My plan was originally to get up early in the morning, which I did, and I went to grab the kayaks and go kayaking and do a little kayak live stream. But we couldn't access our storage unit, unfortunately, because of some construction work there, and then they told us to come back tomorrow and try again. So we'll try tomorrow. Hi Alberto. Hi Da Silva. How's everyone doing? I'm out here in the forest. A little Oskar. He's sniffing. We got beautiful weather today. Feels like summer. I'm wearing shorts today in February, which is really cool. How's everyone's day going? Have you done anything today, Ashley, or are you planning on doing anything on this beautiful summer-like day? We are having a dinner later with some friends, and we're all bringing some food over. Oh, we're actually hosting this time, but everyone's bringing some dishes and then having a potluck, basically. But for now, we're enjoying the outside. Yeah. Still a little muddy out here from all the snow that melted. Oskar, come. I got it. Come. He's pretty slow today. I know it's warm. He's opening his mouth. I think it's just super warm for him compared to the other days, because it's been really cold here lately. But today it's really, really nice. I know, Oscar, it's almost like summer, isn't it? I have been cleaning today, but my windows are open. Very nice. I should clean too. I cleaned a little bit yesterday after the live stream. At least the kitchen and did my laundry. So today I didn't have much to do. I definitely need to do some deep cleaning again end of this week, probably on Friday. Come, Chatty. Do you go hiking or camping or anything like that, Ashley? I know we have a few people here in the community that like going hiking and camping, and I'm hoping to do more kayaking, like I said, this year, and a little bit more camping. The only issue with the camping is that the places I usually like to go to, there's no service out there, so your phone service is completely gone for the whole trip, and it's a little hard to stream from there. And I would like to stream, so maybe I look for a different place where there's internet and still nice campsites around. Christian says, "Be careful." I will. Thanks, Christian. Trying my best. Sean Connery. Hi, Myers. What makes you think of Sean Connery? Are you watching James Bond? I do. My son is in Boy Scouts. We go camping and hiking quite often. Oh yeah, that's cool. Boy Scouts, that sounds fun. I just bought Girl Scouts cookies, I think last week. That was the first time I ever had them. They were really good. Oh yeah, Boy Scouts sounds really cool. I remember in Germany when I was little, I always wanted to join the Boy Scouts, but I wasn't allowed, and we didn't have such thing as Girl Scouts, so I had to miss out on it. It's so warm. Can you hear the wind blowing into the microphone, or is it okay? Just trying the new microphones that Marco suggested me, and they came in I think a week ago, but today is the first time I'm actually trying them. They are good, but they have gotten so expensive. I agree. Yeah, when I bought them, they didn't have any prices out there, so I just got like 3 boxes, I think, and I think I paid like $16 or so. And I was like, wow. I mean, it's for to support them, so I wasn't mad about it, but it's definitely on the pricey side. I didn't think they would be that expensive. It's good. I don't hear the wind. Oh, yay. I'm so glad to hear that, because in the past, when I went on my hiking streams, some people would complain about the wind, which I get, because with the phone microphone, it's usually um, they're good, but if it's windy, you can definitely hear the wind blowing, and sometimes it would cancel out the voice. So I'm very glad those microphones are doing their job, because they're supposed to be noise canceling. With those tall trees. I love trees. Or just being in nature. Sorry if you all can hear my heavy breathing. I'm just not used to the warm temperatures at the moment, so hi, only worst. Yes, it is for a good cause. My son sells beef sticks for fundraising. Cute. That's one thing I didn't know before I came to America, that you guys have those fundraisings everywhere and kids selling things in front of stores. I think it's super cute when they ask you if you want to buy some popcorn or whatever they're selling. And I always feel bad for saying no, because with cookies I buy them sometimes, but I, for example, don't like popcorn, so I always have to say no, and then I feel bad for it, but I just wouldn't eat it. Nature is so refreshing. I totally agree. Nothing better. Sometimes it's a little hard to get going and leave the house and find the motivation, because being at home can be really cozy and relaxing, and but if there's never been a day where I regretted going outside and being in nature. It's just going there and actually leaving the house and driving somewhere. That's the harder part about it. Probably should have brought some water. I know, Oskar. Tomorrow I'll bring some. Why are you sniffing? Yeah. So you said you were close to Ellington, right, Ashley? And you've never been to the Renaissance Festival. Have you ever been in that area or lived in that area? And has the festival always been there, or is it changing locations? I was just wondering if the Renaissance Festival just hasn't been there for long, maybe. Because last year was actually the first year I ever heard about it. Can't wait for those trees to be green and for spring to come. They look a little trist this way without the leaves and the coverage, the leaf coverage, but it's still nice. It smells really good too, because the ground is heating up and then it just smells good in the forest. Yeah, come, Schatzi. Come, come, come. It actually has been there for years. I usually just don't know when the dates are. Oh, okay, I got you. There's definitely some things where I grew up in Germany that are super popular, but I've never been to, even though I live close to it, so I understand. I think the Renaissance Festival is usually um, all May, or the whole month of May. They have different dates. So I think there's like 3 or 4 or even 5 different weekends where they do the festival, if I'm not wrong. At least last year, I think it was 4 weekends. And then they have different themes. So I think they had one Viking theme, then they had pirates, um, not fairy tale, but fantasy, I think. And what else? I can't think of the other one, but there was definitely multiple themes that they had. But I think we went to the Celtic one, which was probably the last one, and it was super hot. Like it was so hot. Luckily, most of the food stands or stalls are between the trees, so you have a little bit of shade there. Um, but other parts were out in the sun, so it was really, really hot, and we all got a sunburn. And we didn't bring water, and the water there is so expensive. So if you go, make sure to bring some water or to drink enough water before you go, so you don't have to pay $8 per bottle, which I think is a little extreme, but it was still worth it and nice. I just need to be a little bit better prepared next time. And yeah, maybe I'll go for another theme. But people had all kinds of costumes on, so it didn't really matter what theme it is. I think people just do whatever they feel like, anyways. You're talking about Castle Grin? Yes, we went to the Castle Grin, so they have um, the festival is not directly next to Castle Grin. It's like a 5 minute drive, I think. But they have a shuttle bus from the festival, and then you can just sit in a shuttle bus, and they will take you to the Castle Grin, and it's those yellow school buses they use. So it's really convenient, and it's all for free or included in the ticket. Yes, and can you imagine being dressed up in those costumes? I know. I felt so bad for some people. They looked really good in their costumes, and there were so many guys dressed up as knights, and they actually had real armor on, or I don't know if it was real, but it was definitely made out of metal, and that was probably insanely hard, but they just wanted to wear it, or they had like leather costumes and all that, or just so many layers, or girls with dresses, like long sleeve dresses, and I couldn't even imagine. They had some fans um, standing around with where they sprayed some water, and yeah, I saw all those guys standing in front of those fans. Oh, I guess the park is blocked. Usually I go down here. It's a very nice trail, a little bit in the open without trees. It's like a field, and it has beautiful flowers in summer. But it's closed. I wonder why. Probably from the flooding. So we'll just go down here. Yes, just making sure you're talking about the same place. Yes, so Castle Gwyn and the Renaissance Festival is basically the same, like it all belongs together. And the guy that built the Castle Gwyn, he does some tours, or you can tour the castle with him, and he'll explain to you how he built it and all that. So that's really interesting. Got some insights on that. And it was nice for me as a European to see a castle, a modern castle in America. It wasn't really like the castles in Europe that I'm used to, but it was still very impressive, especially thinking about him building it himself. That was really insane to imagine. And he's still not finished with it. Would you like to go this year, Ashley, or are you considering going? There's a lot of kids there too, so I think it's very kid friendly. And yeah, I saw a lot of families going there with their children. I don't really remember all of the activities they had. I think they had some jousting horses where they tried to kick each other off the horses, but that was canceled because of the bad weather they had. So the ground was too wet, so they couldn't do it. And yeah, I think I mainly remember the food and all that stuff. I'm just like a little foodie. I like to try all the different foods when I go places. And activities. I think you could take pictures with mermaids and mermen, and they had some knife throwing and axe throwing, all that kind of stuff. So that was pretty fun, especially for kids. I would imagine it would be even more fun than for adults. Rika. Oscar's hot. Useful skill for hiking. My strategy is usually just to not drink water before I go, which is not the best strategy. So, this whole section of the forest is blocked. So I guess I'll stick with the right side. Oh, Oscar. Let's go this way. I like that they have those little markers everywhere, so you know that you're still on the right trail. So I don't want to get lost in here. Although I've been here so many times, I probably wouldn't get lost anymore. Hopefully, never say never. Schatz, are you exhausted? It's so hard, isn't it? I know. He doesn't like the cold weather, he doesn't like the hot weather. He likes the in between, like me. Come, Schatzi. Come. on, don't get it in your nose, Schatzi. Just make you sneeze. Sorry, I lost connection for a bit, but I have to look into going. Oh, no, you're good. Don't worry. I hope my connection is good out here. I know this park doesn't have the best phone service out here, but it looks okay right now. I think I have 3 bars. And that's cool that you're looking into going. I'll definitely keep you updated what time we're going, and I have a video on my channel from the last Renaissance Festival if you want to look into it and get some idea how it looks like and what they offer there and if it's for you or not. And we'll go with the same friends that you will see in that video. So in case you still need a group of people to go with, we're always here for you. We're always like meeting new people. Come chat. I didn't expect it to be that warm. I wonder what that tree is. I think tomorrow is going to be a little bit less warm than today, but more sunny and no clouds. So I'll try to do the kayaking tomorrow. The water will probably be still cold, pretty cold still, but if I'm not going into the water, I think it should be okay. Gotta find Oscar's swim vest. Tried to find it earlier today, but I couldn't find it. I think it's in the storage unit that we couldn't access today. And I'm gonna get his little shark swim vest out so he's safe just in case. He won't jump into the water, but I'm always scared that I don't know, that he'll try to catch a fish or something and try his luck. And he's not the best swimmer, even though we trained with him last summer a little bit when we went camping. So we tried to teach him swimming, although he can swim, but not very well. But we just made him used to it a little bit more, just in case he will ever fall into the water. He'll be able to swim. But he's definitely not a fan of water. I think it might be his size and that he's just not the best swimmer. And no shots. We're on the way back now. Good boy. You're doing a good job, Mr. Little Legs. I remember last year, or no, it was 2 years ago actually. It's crazy how time flies. When we went to Colorado together with Oskar. That was just a couple months after we found him. And yeah, we went mountain hiking and went on a lot of trails. And we were a little bit worried about him not being able to catch up, so we brought a backpack where he could sit in if he couldn't walk anymore. But he was surprisingly energetic. He walked the entire trails and he was still fit the next day. So he has a lot of energy in this little body. It's really perfect for us because we like to be very outdoorsy and active. So I'm glad that this little dog is. I know it's a little rocky here. So many stones. They ask us girls have skills for that. Exactly. We don't need to do it like the man. We got our own ways. Come shots. All those years learned us some skills. It's definitely easier for men though, I have to admit that. So yeah, sometimes I'm jealous that they have it so easy with those kind of things. But honestly, it's not a big issue. I never had an issue with it. Like, just go behind a tree or something, worst case. Na komm, Schatz. Oscar's a little trooper. I agree. I love going on hikes with him. He definitely slowed down a little bit compared to, I would say, a year ago. A year ago, he was a little bit faster than now, so he's definitely older now. He's definitely slowing down. A few years ago, or like a year or two ago, you would think he's a little puppy. He's like 3 or 4 years old from his energy levels, and now he's definitely getting into his old man stage. But ooh, a tree came down, and there's a big one right there. See that big tree? You can circle around it. Scary. Imagine one of those things coming down on you. Oh, I think I'm gonna go around here. Oscar, look, the tree fell. Yes, they have it so easy. Yeah, I agree. Very true. But like you said, we'll figure it out. That is a big tree. Can only imagine the sound it made when it fell. It's like basically buried in the ground here. Wow, that sunk right in. Split in half. It must have been from the flooding that the soil got so loose that the trees fell. Those trees are so tall. I just can't think of the word. Just noticed that. Usually when I come here, I mean, I've noticed it before, but when they have the leaves on, they don't look as tall. But when they don't have the leaves, you can see all the way to the top. Massive. I want to go to the redwood trees or forest one day in California. It's always been on my list. Definitely not this year, but hopefully next year sometime. How old is Oscar? We don't know because we found him on the street, so it's hard to tell. But when we brought him to the vet, after we found him, the vet said that he assumes that he has to be 8 or 10 years old, something like that, because of his cataracts. But yeah, we don't know for sure. And since we had him for 2 years, I assume he's 10 or 12 years old. Let's say 12 years max. I wouldn't say older because he has too much energy for being older. But I can definitely see 10 or 11 years old. But since he is a mixed breed, I'm hoping that he'll have a lot more years to come. Because mixed breeds usually don't have as many health issues as like breeded dogs, like purebreds. That's a funny tree. It started as one and then split into two. Oh, that's a big tree. We had some big winds too. Yeah, bad. I think the whole Tennessee area got hit by the winds. Was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. It was really scary. I always watch the weather news when it's getting stormy and when there's supposed to be winds, and have my eyes on Ryan Hall. Have the Ryan Hall stream on, and have the weather National Weather Service on my computer. Come on. Just because I'm not very used to that Tennessee weather. I mean, now I'm getting used to it slowly, but it took me a while to not be freaked out by those intense winds and tornado warnings and all that. I remember the first time I heard that tornado warning sound on my phone. Oh, that scared me. That's the weirdest sound ever. So I guess when we have bad weather, you will have also bad weather, since we're in the same area more or less. Yes, the canopy blocks how tall they really are. Exactly. I do like it a little bit better with the canopy just because there's less sun coming down and it feels fresher. But it has a nice look when the canopy is gone. Welcome, chat. But I'm glad that the AI microphone is working. So I gotta thank Marco for the good recommendation because I've been looking for one. I had one like a month ago, 2 months ago, but I didn't do a good job. So, and I lost it. So I'm glad I got the new one. And yesterday I got the holder for my kayak so I can put my phone in and take you guys kayaking with me. I am in the school rider line to pick up my daughter from school, and an emergency vehicle came through. Oh no! Did it stop at your school? I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure everything is okay. I see a lot of emergency cars stopping close to our apartment too. And it's oftentimes people that feel dizzy or have hypertension, just making sure they're okay. Yes, I watch Ryan Hall too. I will never like tornadoes. I absolutely am terrified of high winds. I'm the same. Whenever Ryan Hall comes live and I get a notification on my phone, that's usually not a good sign. But it's always good to be informed and to have an eye on it, and it really calms me down to watch it because I feel like the normal weather channel doesn't do a really good job on it because they don't really update you. There's a lot of advertisements, but the YouTube streams like Ryan Hall and the other guy, I think his name is Max Velocity, they do a really good job keeping everyone updated and informed. So I feel like they should be government funded at that point. Hey, are you from Germany? Yes, I am from Germany. As you can probably hear from my German accent, but I'm currently living in America. Are you from Germany, funny and insightful? Yes, I went to her school. Oh man, I'm sorry. It can be a little scary, I bet. But if something would have happened to your children, or something bigger, they would have definitely already informed you. So I'm sure we'll all be okay. I remember you. I'm from Ohio. You're in Tennessee. Oh yeah, I remember your profile picture. Just looked a little bit familiar. Yes, exactly. You remember right. You're from Ohio. Oh yeah, I had you here in another hike with us. I think it was a week or two ago, or even longer. That was with Marco. He was also from Germany or from Ohio. So you're the second person in the community from Ohio. Oh, Oskar, come. Hey. Weren't you the soccer fan, if I remember right? Yeah, we had a long discussion about new weather and tornadoes during my first visit, and then I asked you about Nashville honky. Oh yeah, yep, I remember that now. You've been to Nashville before doing honky tonk. I haven't been to anything like that in a very long time. I do go to Nashville once in a while, not very often, just because there's so many people. And I'm not a huge crowd lover, but I do like to go there for restaurants because there's so many international restaurants and cuisines there. Like I love Indian restaurants and Egyptian or Greek restaurants, and they have a bunch of them. So I love going there for food. Our town is just a little boring when it comes to food. Yes, I think they would have called me if it was her. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely, they would have contacted you immediately. Maybe it was just in quotation marks, obviously, a teacher or just false alarm or something. Yeah, huge soccer fan here. Bundesliga. That's so cool that you know Bundesliga. I don't know many people that are not from Germany or at least Europe that know Bundesliga. Do you have any favorite Bundesliga team, or are you more international, or do you have a favorite team in general? Football, as you call it, exactly. Fußball. The real football, not the fake one, where they use their hands and not their feet. I mean, why do they even call it football? I've never thought about it. Or I did, but I never knew the answer to it, why they call it football. I mean, they kick it once in a while, right? In the end, to that one goal, but to call it football for that one kick, even though they hold it in their hands the entire time, it's a little weird. Might as well just call it handball. BM, of course, Bayern München. Nice. That's a very, very popular team in Germany. Or if you talk about, I mean, Bundesliga is just German soccer teams or football teams, but even international, they're very famous and popular. For everyone here that is not a soccer fan or interested in soccer, you probably heard about Bayern München before. I don't think I have a favorite. I like watching the World Cup and the European Championship, so I like to cheer on the German team, but I don't think I have any favorite teams at the moment. I haven't watched football in a while. Oh, shucks. Are you originally from America, funny and insightful? Or are you like me? Did you just move there? You Germans and Austrians are always about life's mysteries, just like your music. Less is more, less or more, less and more, and less but more. I'm glad someone's talking about my little second YouTube name. I just like doing a little wordplay sometimes, even though it's not very wordplay. I mean, it's pretty simple, but I don't know. I just like that. I wouldn't technically consider myself a minimalist yet, but I think I'm in a good way there. Trying to do some big declutter pretty soon and have less stuff because a lot of stuff just freaks me out and I don't like having a lot of stuff in my house. Same when I travel, I try to get rid of suitcases and really just bring a little backpack because I hate nothing more than traveling with a couple suitcases and backpack and all the stuff with me. And I'm like, after the vacation, I'm usually like, I didn't even wear half of this stuff or use half of this, so why even bring it? So I'm trying to minimize my belongings a little bit. I'm not. I'm from Asia. I moved to US. Okay, very cool. So you probably know how the green card process is, how much fun it is. You probably have to go through it too. Mine took me like about 2 years and a quarter. Yeah, I love German beers. I know you don't drink beers, as I recall. Yes, you're right. I mean, I do drink them on occasion when friends having a beer. We had some German beer here. I think 2 weeks ago, something like that. A friend bought some from the international market, and it was a little bit of a darker beer in the glass bottles, and I didn't mind that. I drank half of it, I think. Um, but I'm not necessarily enjoying them, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really enjoy their flavors very much. German music, and even a big fan of films that I get premiere in Berlin Film Festival. Wow, you know a lot of German culture, European culture. That's really cool. I like those kind of movies too. Those um, film festival movies, a little bit more independent movies. I don't mind an American movie once in a while, but definitely do like my more independent movies. I'm not a drinker either, says Ashley. Yep, me neither. I just like water and tea, or I mean, sometimes also a pop or something, but very, very rarely, just for the flavor. But yeah, I don't think alcohol tastes very good, to be honest. So yeah, not really enjoying it, so I'm not drinking it. Whew, even in my shorts, I'm hot. Crazy how warm it got today. Let's see if you can see the snapping turtle today. There's a massive snapping turtle that lives here in the pond, and the water is clear. We might see it, or it will stick its head out. Like, I'm telling you, it's huge. One thing about Tennessee I don't like. I mean, I do like that they have it because it's cool, but it makes me a little bit scared to go into the water. Actually, have you ever seen a snapping turtle? No, Tennessee has a lot of them. And I just saw the first one uh, about a year ago, I would say. It was in this park. It was really, really nice water, or clear water that day. And I just saw it walking around on the ground. I think I did a YouTube shorts about it. And I was so shocked to see it because I had no idea those things exist here. I thought it would be more like a Florida thing. You know Daniel Brühl? Nice. Very cool. I love Daniel Brühl. He plays really great characters. Diane Kruger, yes. She really made it. I mean, she's almost. Sometimes I don't even think of her as a German anymore because she's in so many international movies. But Daniel Brühl too. Now, the last couple of years, like Christoph Waltz for Germans. Not that same level, but maybe getting there one day. All the turtles are out. I see all those little heads sticking out of the water. But I don't see my snapping turtle. Hmm. Maybe we'll see him. I don't know if it's him, but I call him he. We used to live on a farm when I was a little girl. We had them in our farm. The snapping turtles are cool. I wish I had a pond where I could watch the snapping turtles. They're kind of fascinating. I definitely would never go into the water because I'm terrified, but just watching them would be fun. I have to get myself some shoes for summertime when I go into the water in Kentucky or in the lake. They have a huge lake close to Nashville, and we're gonna go there pretty soon. And I need some shoes for that, just in case there's snapping turtles in there. I know they're probably skittish and they won't attack me or anything, but just making sure. Yeah, small water bodies are a characteristic of the West. Yes, very true. Have you seen snapping turtles before from me in example? Or what was the weirdest animal for you when you came from Asia to America? So for me, it was, I wouldn't say it was a snapping turtle. It was probably armadillos and opossums. I just never seen them in real life before, and I think they're the cutest things ever. Let's see if we can see some more turtles over here. I don't recognize where you are, but it looks awesome there. It is really nice here. It's a little state park, and we're at the pond now. They have this massive pond. There's a natural spring coming out of the caves over there. Don't know if you can see the cave. And yeah, there's natural spring water coming out, and then it creates this big lake here, which is really cool. Oh, cute. I love turtles. Turtles are one of my favorite animals. Can you see it? It's very little. It has a yellow head and some stripes. So cute. I don't think they would bother you, but I wouldn't go in the water there. Rivers and creeks would be safe, but still wear your shoes. Yes, that's what I've been thinking too. Just getting some shoes just to make sure. And I've been in a few water bodies here, like rivers. We did some floating and kayaking or just swimming, and I've never really encountered one. But yeah, just after I saw that huge one, I'm just a little bit more scared of it or worried. Nice off topic here. I love pre-industrial Deutschland history, mid-century culture, Gauss Templars, Bohemian architecture, music, and writing. Oh wow, you would have a good time talking to my husband then. He loves all the historic aspects and Templars and talking about all that. Maybe he should do the next live stream for me so you can talk about all that stuff. I definitely think it is very interesting. And listen to a few audiobooks about those topics, and we learn stuff in school, obviously, about history and culture. German education is very big on the history part, which I understand because it's important. There are a lot of bad stuff that happened, but also very cool stuff. So I feel like they focus a little bit on the negative stuff too much or for too long. But it's also understandable at the same time. Oh, hi, Shuriken. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for saying hi yesterday. I definitely appreciated that. When we made our potato salad. Oh, something just jumped into the water. If I had a nickel for every turtle that ended up on my fishing line, I'd have a lot of nickels. Oh no, those poor things. What do you usually fish for? Do you um, have a specific fish, and also do you fish for fishing, or are you eating fish or for consumption? It's interesting. Yeah, we don't have them a lot in Asia because of the weather. It's a lot humid out here, and there are more tropical birds where I'm from. Although we have bigger fish, which we can see from the sides. I love that. I love tropical birds and listening to them. Sometimes I put on some background sounds in my apartment when I work, and I put on some walking videos of Hong Kong or um, China just to hear the birds, because sometimes I miss those sounds from Hong Kong, or just more tropical birds, and hearing the nature and hearing those cicadas, those huge cicadas. I don't know, just something about it. Just a nice sound. I think I would love to live somewhere more tropical one day. Even the humidity. I don't like the humidity here in Tennessee, but for some reason I don't mind it if I'm somewhere more tropical or in Asia. I remember, um, so in China, I went to Peking University, and I remember I had my last day there, so I was really sad to leave, and I drove my bicycle around the whole campus, and it was in summer, late summer, and those cicadas were so, oh, we got a heron, I love those. Those cicadas were so loud, it almost gave me a headache. Like, it was so insanely loud, I couldn't even believe it. And they are so big, so they were like this long, and they're just massive. And I remember them sitting on the road, and I put my foot next to it, and one of them was like half the size of my foot. I mean, I have pretty small feet, but it was just massive. Oh yeah, Ashley and Shuriken, you know each other already. For everyone that doesn't know Shuriken, he makes some great videos about martial arts, like Shuriken. You can explain it much better than I can, Shuriken, if you want to. And it's really impressive. It reminded me of knife throwing, but you probably don't like that comparison because it's its own art and own style, but it's like the closest I could think of. First time I ever went fishing, I caught a turtle by his foot. I felt terrible. No, yeah, I would have felt terrible too, but I mean, you didn't intend to catch the turtle, so don't feel bad for it. But I can definitely understand how that must have felt like. I probably would have cried. I just love turtles so much. They're all here laying on the banks of the pond or on the sides. I just love their little heads sticking out everywhere. They're so silly. I haven't fished much in the last 20 years or so, but when I was young, I would catch some bass and crappie and so on, and I would eat them. Okay, nice. I've never fished in my life. I mean, my husband likes fishing, or he liked fishing in the past. He hasn't done it in a while. So I held the fishing rod once or twice just to try it, but I never did it actively or anything like that. But I know how to chop up a fish. My dad taught me to do that. Wow, that sounds like fun. Yeah, China's flora and fauna are amazing. Yes, I agree. I loved going on hikes to the forest or the rainforest, and going up to the peaks, and then just looking into the forest and seeing all those hummingbirds and huge butterflies, and I definitely miss that. So I'm excited to go back one day. But Japan is on my number one list at the moment, so Japan will be the next biggest vacation I'll do, a trip. Do you all have a favorite travel destination that you want to go to? Like a top one or top three list of travel destinations? For me, it would be Japan, then Hawaii. Also because one of my best friends moved to Hawaii, and I want to visit her. And I think Greece. Never been to Greece. I've been to other Mediterranean countries, but Greece is definitely up there for history and just the food and culture and the people. I bet super nice there. In Croatia, they've been super nice. In Italy, they've been super nice. So I assume in Greece, just as nice. Very welcoming and open and hearty, or warm-hearted. I don't know if hearty is the right word for a person. I'm sorry, but I have to go now. I love to talk to you and join you on your adventures. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you so much, Ashley. I hope you have a great time with your kids and everything went well with the pickup. And I was happy to see you today, and I hope to see you next time. Enjoy your day. Bye. All those holes everywhere. You want to go to Italy? My mom went to Greece. She loved it all, of all places she has been. Okay, that's definitely confirming then that Greece needs to be on my top 3 list. Thank you for sharing, Ashley. Appreciate it. And Italy, you have to go to. It's beautiful. It's definitely one of my favorite countries ever. It's so amazing, and not just the food. But yeah, I wish you a great day, Ashley. I don't want to keep you from doing what you gotta do. Thanks for such kind words. The comparison between shuriken jutsu and modern no knives throwing is undeniable. Okay. I have a lot of respect for serious knife throwers for sure. When I was a kid, I did a little bit of knife throwing with my dad. I don't want to generalize it because I don't want to say this is like a boy activity. This is a girl activity, but I was very much into the so-called boy activities like archery, knife throwing, axe throwing, making little figurines out of wood, camping, all that kind of stuff. And I did some knife throwing with my dad. I was not very bad, but I didn't do it for long. I did archery for a little bit longer just because I liked the bows and how it looked like and everything, like the whole feel to it. But it's definitely very cool. Like, yeah, everyone, you gotta check out Shuriken's YouTube videos. It's really impressive. I remember how it was because I had to make my own arrows for my archery because they were so expensive to buy and we didn't have a lot of money, so I had to make them out of wood. And luckily, we had a huge garden where I could pick out the wood myself, and we had a lot of hazelnut trees or bushes. And hazelnut bushes have very straight wood or straight branches, so it's a recommendation if you ever need to make your own um, arching equipment. It's really simple to make it with hazelnut. I just woke up from birthday food coma. Oh, it's your daughter's birthday today, isn't it? Very cool. What did you guys eat? Did you go out or did you cook at home? Have a good day yourself, Ashley. Thank you so much. Oskar says bye too. He just rolled on the ground. He's super dirty now. You dirty little man. Hmm? You enjoying the sun? Oskar loves sitting in the sun. So cute. Squinting his eyes. He's so bright, isn't it? It's not good for your cataracts though. I got sunglasses for him, but he doesn't like to wear his sunglasses. My face is super red, by the way. It's so hot today. And I'm wearing the long sleeve shirt, which was a mistake, but I want to protect my skin from the sun. I want to go to Reykjavik, live on one of the fjords, swimming in the North Sea shores, watching northern lights over a campfire with my wife. That sounds like a dream right there. I would love to see that too. I've been talking to two of my American friends. They really want to go to Iceland too, because there is a direct flight at the moment, or they just opened that new line between Nashville and Reykjavik, so we could do that Reykjavik and Nashville connection and check out Iceland, and then from there go to Germany together. So we were thinking about doing that. I'll definitely keep you updated on that if we decide to do it. It's definitely not cheap, so we'll have to see how that will work out. But oh yeah, and Marco, I'm finally trying out the microphone, and it's very, very windy today. But Ashley told me that she can barely hear the wind, or that she couldn't hear the wind, so I'm happy to hear that. Where in Asia, where are you from, or are you from, Funny? I bet it's nice the way you described it with the birds and everything, the nature. Whew, inhaling my hair here. So I guess it's been so hot and windy. I look like I just walked through the Peruvian jungle for 3 months or so. But that's just me. I have very. My doctor always said I have a good blood flow. That's why my face gets red immediately. I don't know if that's good, but he said it keeps your face or your skin younger. So that was a little helpful because I hated that I always get so red whenever it's hot. But if it helps with keeping the skin young, I don't mind it. Thunderstorms and pouring rain here in Columbus, Ohio. Are you serious? I'm sorry. I'll make sure I'll send the nice weather over to Ohio. I just want to enjoy it for a day or two. And tomorrow I'm trying to go kayaking. I told that earlier in the stream. Um, that I tried to go kayaking this morning, and my storage unit wouldn't let me in because of construction. So I have to do it tomorrow if they're done by now or by then. And then I'll take you with me kayaking because I got a little holder for my phone that I can install my kayak or like clip on my kayak, and then I can take you guys with me and we can go for a little peaceful kayaking session together. I think that would be very cool. I personally love watching kayaking live streams for some reason. Um, I don't know. I just could watch it forever. I especially love it in the ocean because I'm obsessed with sharks for some reason. I feel like I was a shark in my past life, or a turtle, a sea turtle maybe, because I'm also obsessed with turtles, and I don't know where that would come from. Mm. So because I'm not from a country where there's a lot of turtles or sharks, so I don't know. I think I have some relation to that from my past life or some. But that's off topic. So yeah, I like to watch kayaking videos in the ocean, and I just like to see what animals the people are encountering there, and if there's any sharks around. I also love to watch reviews of marine biologists talk about shark accidents, and they will like explain how it happened and what people did wrong and all that. Even though I don't like going into the ocean because I'm scared of sharks, so it doesn't even help me because it's not gonna like I'm not gonna use this information, but I just love watching it for some reason. Spaghetti and homemade almond cake. Ooh, that sounds good. What kind of almond cake? Is she intolerant towards gluten or gluten sensitive? Or was it um, like a Bienenstich? That's awesome. I'm a lifelong fan of archery also. I started with homemade equipment just as every kid should. I agree. I think it's a useful skill, even though I can't remember the last time I ever built a bow and the can't even think of it right now. Arrows, bow and arrows. I could still do it if I had to, if I was lost in the wilderness and I needed to make myself a bow and arrows. So I'm glad that my dad taught me that, but I can't remember the last time I did that. Probably like 14 or 15 or 16 maybe. Probably 16. So it's been a year or two or a little bit more. Um, but yeah, homemade equipment is good for sure. It does the trick, and it's good to learn it. Makes Mike's happy? Yes, I'm very happy. Can you hear the wind, Marco? Are you satisfied with your recommendation? I'm so glad you recommended me that microphone because I had another microphone before. It was similar to this one and almost looked the same, but it did not even come close to that. I was very not satisfied with it. I hope it's not gonna touch my skin because I think it makes like a scratchy sound if anything touches the puffy part up here. So maybe I should put it on my head. Let's try it. Here, so it looks super silly. But who cares? I started caring about that a while ago. I know the wind is fake, right? Yeah, it's crazy. I cannot believe that it wouldn't capture the wind sound because that was a big issue with the other microphone I got. You could still hear the wind blowing into the microphone, so it didn't do anything. I bought an over-the-ear piece to wear mics close to mouth. We'll try it tomorrow. Okay, yeah, I mean, technically they are better because they're just right there where the voice comes out, so that will definitely help with the audio quality. It just, I don't know if I would like having it here, but at the same time, why not? It probably looks better than this. Southeast Asia, Marco. I remember you calling me a storm chaser, fellow Ohioan. Oh yeah, that's funny. Julius? Oh sure, I can show you. I'm here at the water. Yeah, you, Funny and Marco, you can both go storm chasing together in Ohio. Ohioans gotta stick together. Or you can camp out in your tornado bunker if there's a warning. Wouldn't that be fun? I hate the weather here in Ohio. I know. I'm sorry to hit the road so fast, but I must skedaddle. Thanks so much for having me, and I hope everyone has a great one. Thank you so much for tuning in, Rika. Happy to see you here. Oscar says bye too. See you next time. Enjoy your day. I finally bought a mic. Oh, I thought no. Sorry, the sun is so bright on my phone right now. You bought a mic. Congrats with the beer. Cheers. Yes, I finally did it. Can you believe it? I upgraded. I had a microphone before, but it wasn't good, so I was just worried I'll get the same crap again. But Marco really recommended me this one, so I believed his experience or his review, and I got the same, and it really does a good job. So I can't complain. I put it up here, even though it looks silly, but I think it's a little bit better, hopefully, closer to my face. I like the fake wind without any sound, all fake, like everything in America. Yeah, the tornadoes are. I wish the tornadoes were fake winds, but they're pretty real, unfortunately. Where are you? Show us the view. I'm just outside in nature, just sitting with Oscar. Oscar, want to say hi? Yeah. Schatz, you like sitting on the ground, don't you? You love sitting in the sun. I do too. So we got some in common. What are you up to, Nishan? What time is it? Is it late again? I feel like it's gonna be like 2 a.m. again or something like that. Isn't it 11 hours? Let me calculate. It's 11 hours plus. Oh, Marco, can you explain that to me or Nishant or anyone? So, um, I think it was after the stream when I finished the stream, and Nishant, you said you gotta go to bed because it's late. I just wanted to see what time in India it is, just out of curiosity, because you have you here and other people from India sometimes. So I just wanted to see what time it would be in India, and it showed me that usually if you have different time zones you will either subtract a couple hours or add some hours, right, to the GMT. But with Mumbai, for example, it showed me that it's 11.5 hours, so it was like half an hour extra and not just like an even number, you know what I mean? That was so confusing. I don't know if my phone was weird, but I don't know. I was very surprised about that. Yeah, the mic works great attached to your hand. Okay, that's great. You're now officially wind certified, Army. Hand works great. Yay. I'm so glad. I might look silly, but I'm glad it works. The weather have a drastic change. Just a few days ago it's cold and now it's sunny. Oh really? Same. Oh, you mean here? Yes. I told you in Tennessee the weather is just so weird and confusing. Like it gets hot and cold and rainy and sunny. It's like all over the place. I've been wearing shorts like 2 weeks ago, and today I'm wearing shorts again. And a week ago we had such cold weather that I needed two jackets. So it's just I don't know what the weather wants from me. It's hard to adapt here. It's 41 degrees here in Cleveland, 5 degrees Celsius from the European and Asian and US. Oh, that's cold. Oh, you gave me Celsius, thank you. 2.8, 2 a.m. in India right now. See, it's a half an hour different again. That's what I was talking about. It is so weird. Yes, no full hour time zone, half an hour. Oh, I see. I'm always learning something with you guys. I had no idea there's even such a thing as half an hour time zones. I thought they were always like full hours, like an hour, 10 hours, 7 hours, something like that, but never half an hour on top of that. Interesting. Life is about learning. I love learning stuff. I'm a night guy, as you know. Yep, I know. I used to be like that too when I was your age, Nishant, or even a few years later. I feel you. I always was up until 3 a.m. I think I've never been went to bed earlier than 2 or 3 a.m. throughout my whole 25 first 25 years of my life. I mean, yes, obviously when I was younger, but like from like 19 till 25, I think I always went to bed around 2 a.m. or so. So I definitely understand. I bought a huge clock that will appear in my live stream 5 minutes before I appear live. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was wondering because sometimes I try to click on your live streams and then it says it's just scheduled or anstehend, and I can't click on it even though the time is already behind. So it's kind of weird sometimes. What's timing in Tennessee? It's 14:51 right now, so 2:51 p.m. Obviously, I mean that's because there was a need to have 30-minute time zone in Baltic and Mediterranean region because countries here are small and stretched horizontally. Ah, okay. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing all your knowledge with me. I'm glad I know that now. So everybody can tune in before my big appearance. Very cool. For the big appearance. Like the name suggests, Marco the Great makes a great appearance. He didn't have Oktoberfest days with 48 hours binge drinking. I definitely had some of those during university times, especially in China. Um, yeah, I did a lot of my drinking in China, I would say. But other than that, yeah, when I was like in my very, like 20, 21, I definitely had those days for sure, or 2 or 3 days in a row. But after the age of 25, I calmed down a lot with that. You wake up till 3 a.m., you would definitely not break my record. I wake up till 6 a.m. Really? Wow. I mean, I did that a few times when I had to finish like papers or something, or um, assignments or stuff like that, or my bachelor's papers. I had the worst sleep schedule during that time. Um, but I don't remember the last time I was up until 6 a.m. That must have been at least like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I'd say four probably. Good for you, Nishant. You're still young. You can stay up without having a headache in the next morning or feeling sleepy. Binge drinking, no binge cake eating. That's more my style at the moment. Binge ice cream eating. Binge hiking. Right, Oscar? We do binge hiking. That's 12 hours difference, Rika. It's not though. It's 2:50, and you have half an hour less, don't you? Or you're like 11 and a half hours later than us. After being on meds, no more binge drinking. That's good though. Hi, Fundy. Am I gonna see you later, Fundy? I used to work in night shifts with US clients back in Asia before, so I used to be awake till 7 a.m. Definitely not a recommended lifestyle. Oh, yeah. It's actually really, I think it's called the gray shift if you work all night because it leads to a lot of, or can lead to a lot of issues. So, yeah, definitely not recommended, guys. Go to bed early. I mean, Misha and you're still young, like I said, but once you get older, you should hit the hay a little bit earlier. Listen to your older sister here, older German sister. Binge we ate drinking, right? But yeah, that sounds hardcore, funny, and insightful. 7 a.m. I could never do that. I mean, in the past I could have, but not, like I said, after 25, nah, definitely not. Binge Scrabble. Exactly. Binge Scrabble, binge Rummikub. Um, played another game with our friends last time. I think it was Monopoly card game, and we had another one. Not Phase. What's it called? I can't think of it right now. It was really fun. It was the first time sequences. Sequences. That was the game. I've never played that before. It was really fun. Funny says yes. Okay. Nice. I'm excited. Did you make your sloppy joes? You should see our sky. Oh, I'm sorry, Marco. Hours are getting cloudy now too, so it's not gonna last for much longer. Tomorrow it's gonna cool down a little bit. You miss social life and mess up with biological clock for sure. People really, really underestimate the significance of sleep. I know if you uh, listen to Brian Johnson or watch his stuff, or yeah, those kind of longevity people, they talk about the importance of sleep a lot and how you can improve it. You're talking, you have done this stuff or whatever in your 20s, are you? And I've done them. And like I said, in my early 20s, like after 25, in my mid 20s, I slowed down. So listen to your old sister here. And you'll have a few more years and then you'll be like me. Binge history facts. Check with your hobby and he'll agree. Yep. He'll definitely agree with me. Or with you. He can go down the rabbit hole for days about a topic and talk about it. I mean, I don't mind it. I like it. It's cool to listen to those things or learn something new. But yeah, I think you guys would be great friends. Binge e-biking if the weather ever gets any better. Well, you had a little bit of nice weather yesterday, Marco. If the weather gives you a small finger, you want the whole arm. You gotta appreciate the little links of nice weather Ohio gives you, okay? It's doing as good as it can, like it's trying its hardest to please you. The view you're showing looks so dry. Yeah, I mean, it's all still very brown from winter, and even though we had a massive flooding here, it was all underwater here. It was all flooded. Like you can see those paths down here, they have so much mud on it because it was all flooded. But it's still pretty brown and dry. Just Tennessee. But yeah. Guys, I probably have to leave. I have to host my dinner party later. I'm making German schnitzel for the meat eaters, and I have some vegetarian side dishes. And I'm gonna make myself some mushrooms with that while my friend's gonna eat the schnitzel. And I'll make sure to post the picture in a community post in case you want to see the German schnitzel. And it was a lot of fun to hang out with you as usual. Marco, if I wake up and I don't remember a thing, I honestly don't care if the party was a success. I enjoyed it for sure. Just check for body tattoos, right? That's always good. Like, how's your work life going? Pretty good. Pretty chill. There's not a lot of stuff going on right now. It's more like planning and organizing for summer activities or upcoming spring activities and all that. Had a little bit of a meeting yesterday, and yeah, as usual, do my yoga and exercise classes. Um, Reach out to people, visit some people in their homes, you know, and hang out. Even though I wouldn't consider that as work. Um, yeah, it's nice. I couldn't complain. Thank you for asking. Hope your school is going well and your classes and everything. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray on a winter's day in LA. Oh, you're talking about the song? All the leaves are brown and the skies are gray. I never thought about those lyrics before that it's talking about LA. Oh, good luck with the party. I am going back to my work too. Okay. Have a great day at work, insightful. And I hope to see you next time. It was so good to talk to you again. Okay, Rika, have a nice day and have a good time with your friends and still waiting for my results. It will all turn out good. Don't worry about it. You got this, Nishant. Just work hard, keep working hard towards your goal, and you'll make it. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Have a great day, have a great night, or a great morning. I will unwrap the clock now. Okay, I'm excited to see it next time, Marco. And thanks again for the recommendation. I just thought I lost it for a second. Bye, guys. Enjoy your days. Be safe.